Hello everyone, this is Rattue 498. This is a 2v2 battle on the Salamanca map between Huntsman and Huntsman. I'm playing as Netherlands. J Martin is playing as GB. Rizgard's playing as Denmark. There he is, sorry. Rizgard's playing as Denmark. And Z Bishop is playing as GB facing J Martin. So I'm going to be fighting Rizgard and J Martin's going to be fighting Z Bishop. There's my howitzer firing off, going on to these lifeguard afoot. So rules of this game, 2 are no fixed, max 5 lights. So this is Z Bishop's lights firing. J Martin and Z Bishop are going to have a little light on light scrap for a little while. J Martin's actually uphill, so he's kind of got the smaller advantage over Z Bishop there. Nova on this side. Z Bishop sends in a cav charge, making form square, which J Martin does. But Z Bishop, as soon as he sees form square, pulls the cav straight back, and it gives him a few free shots at his squares. So here in the centre, as you can see, the light on light battle. J Martin, as he would say in one of his commentaries, is a good Napoleon Total War player here, and he whacks his cav straight into the lights, deals them a great deal of damage. So as you can see, everything's pretty even on this side at the moment. There's no great advantage being taken by anyone at the moment. So another cav charge comes in by Z Bishop. J Martin forms a square. Some of his cav get stuck on the square, and some of them manage to get away. So over here, J Martin's got his lights in the forest, which is exactly where he wants them. Z Bishop's up higher on a hill, so it's pretty even. The forest advantage to the hill advantage, so it's going to be pretty close. This is over on my side. This I've already rattled away one of Rizgard's militia units. This is where he's got his guard units over on this side, and his cav in behind. So my howitzers are shooting at cav. I'm actually targeting the wrong unit. I should have really been targeting the lifeguard horse. I'm targeting the light dragoon instead, so that's a little mistake. But basically we're just engaged in a little light fight at the moment. My light's shooting his line firing at my lights. So that's how that's going at the moment. His artillery's firing off at me. I've got one howitzer shooting at his arty and one howitzer, as I said, shooting at his horse. So I'm pretty confident on this side I'll be able to win this engagement over here. So now my lines are firing as well. So I've got my lines and my lights now firing. And here's where I'm a really bad Napoleon Total War player, and Rizgard's managed to send 2 cav units across to Z Bishop to attack J Martin without me seeing, so I didn't warn Martin, and he manages to get a cav charge right in the back and then straight into his lights as well. So that's my real fuck up, and that cost him the battle on this side really. So I'm very sorry about that, J Martin. Really bad teamwork by me. So his lifeguard horse there, so it's going to take a while for him to rout away as well. So over on this side, this was the same time as what was happening over the other side. My cav goes straight into his lifeguard afoot, so he can be excused for not forming the square there. He was over the other side of the map, but it gives my line the chance to shoot and get some free shots off. He's then going to counter charge with his cav. I've almost pretty much killed his light dragoons anyway, but he's got a lifeguard horse coming in straight behind. They are heavy cavs, so they're slower. And I've got my howitzers shooting at them because I thought that's where he was going. He was heading for my howitzers, and I was pretty much right. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get to my howitzers and kill them off as soon as he can. But I've got a reserve unit of cav, which I kept up by my arty. You should always keep a unit up by your arty, just in case anything happens and they're going to get attacked, so you've got nothing to support them with. So on this side I'm winning at the moment. I'm doing pretty well against Riscard at the moment on that side. And here, because of my awful teamwork play, J Martin's been pretty much destroyed. Because he lost so many lights and got disrupted because of my not warning him. It cost him a lot of men, so it gave the Bishop the advantage. And so I'm going to push up my lines on the left, and I'm going to try and flank him through the forest, which is going to be kind of difficult because he's up on a hill, he's in a forest. It's going to take a lot of men and bullets to get him out of there. So I'm going to get meleeed by a militia unit. I form up a square. Always form a square. Well, I always form a square when being meleeed, just to basically stop any cav charges coming through afterwards. So my line are formed up now on this side, and I'm in melee in the centre. I've got a load of lines on my right flank there, basically spare units at the moment, like reserve force, which are going to come down when needed and trying to sort his right flank. But he's still got a lifeguard over there, and he's got some rifle units, so I don't really want to get too involved with attacking there yet. So Riscard's howitzers are pounding my line at the moment, as his men are shooting at me. So my men are going to be pretty scared of that. So as you can see, what I'm trying to do basically here is I'm trying to get round his flank and to try and be able to then push him back up the top of the hill. If I can get him back up the top of the hill, then I can move all my units through the forest, which means there's less chance of him getting shot. If I have to attack the right flank, my right flank, then I'm going to have to go up a hill with no forest, which is just suicide for me, really. I send my cav units round, and Riscard does it perfectly, really. Gets the shot off, and then forms a square, perfect timing. So as you see, one of my cav units already red, so they took some losses and then whacked straight into a square, so they weren't too happy about it. So I'm going to keep trying to push up. The Bishop's been a sneaky little bugger, and he sent a cav unit round the back to try and get my howitzers, so I sent my general in to try and deal with them. So there's a lot of meleeing going on, basically down to the fact that I think it's just because I've got more men left. So basically if he gets in a firefight, he's probably going to lose it. So he's thinking just melee the hell out of my lights, my line and everything he can, try and kill him off like that, which is probably the correct thing to do at this time. So there's a bit of melee there. So now Z Bishop's being an even more sneaky little fucker, and he's coming around with a bigger cav unit of over 30 men, trying to take out my howitzers. He gets a hit on one. As I say, I always keep a reserve unit, so I did. I had a line behind, but unfortunately they were in between the two howitzers, not at the top of the hill. So I managed to save one howitzer, but not them both. There's also a light unit there as well. It must have come back from routing this shooting. So I've got melee on his rifles, because basically I'm not going to beat them in a firefight. They're going to have much better aim than me, so they'd kill me off pretty quick. But in melee my stats would be better, so I've got melee on them, and I'll end up killing them off. So as you can see now, I've moved all my units round, and I'm trying to finish this on this side, but it just doesn't seem to be finishing very, very quickly. Well, like unit behind unit, firing up the hill, so that's not a problem. As you see on this flank, he's got a guard unit on this flank as well, so that's a bitch to kill. I've got no cav left, I believe, so I wouldn't be able to do anything about him. But I'm starting to wrap round until the unfortunate sight of GB flags behind me, which means I'm going to have to turn a unit around and try and hold them up. In the centre here, J Martin sent his general in to help me, as Z Bishop sent his general in to attack my lights. So I repay him in the kind offer of firing a howitzer straight at him and killing his general, which I thought was extremely kind of me. So Risgard's coming down again. I believe he's going to go melee on me again. I'm now engaged with GB on the top of the hill, which was a lot sooner than I wanted to be engaged with them. So my howitzers are firing and missing. Sorry, my howitzer, as Z Bishop was a sneaky fucker and came around the back. So my howitzer is now firing, and I've been trying to kill Risgard's general with this howitzer for a long time, and I was just getting nowhere with it at all. I wasn't. Must have done about 4 or 5 volleys at him, with good hits as well, just hitting the trees every time. So here's another bit of melee with my howitzer that looks as if it very much killed more of my own men than it did of Risgard's. But I managed to rout the unit away, well, both units, mine and his. So, but at the moment exchanging unit for unit would be good for me, because it would get rid of one threat and be able to square up against one enemy. So I'm killing off Risgard's men slowly but surely. They're all dying away. I think he's only got about 30 odd men in each unit now. I'm not sure, he hasn't got many. So I'm in the forest. This is the unit that's in behind Risgard's men that are going to be extremely scared because they're behind the enemy lines.
Our men are running.
This is me in the forest. I've taken up position in the forest. I'm going to just stay here. I'm guessing he hasn't got a huge amount of ammo left, but he's probably got more than enough to kill me off. As you can see, my unit now's routed that was in behind. So Bishop, as you can see at the top of the screen, has sent his general right round the back again, being very sneaky again, as Risgard's sending his general to the front, so my general countered and tried to attack him. So this is one of the last units Risgard's got, and here are Z Bishop's men, lights in front of line. So he's got 2 lines of fire on me, so his lines are better than mine, his lights are better than mine anyway, so I don't stand a chance in shooting. The only thing I've got is to go melee. That is my last hope, which isn't really a hope if you look around. My unit in behind came back from routing, which surprised me. So I'm going to go in for melee now, which I'm going to fight the Highland Foot. This is a unit of Highland Foot. They're normally pretty good in melee, but these guys would be very tired. They've just run across the entire map to come and help Risgard out, so they're going to be extremely tired. So it will give me a little advantage. Now I'm going to go melee as well with one of my other units on some lights. He's countercharged me. There's a little statue there. So at the moment, well, I'm fucked basically, but I'm in melee, so just basically trying to kill off as many men as possible. I actually managed to rout a couple of GB units as well, which I was pretty happy with. Risgard formed a square with that unit which I was just about to go melee on, so that caused me a problem. My general's been routed away now as well, and Z's gone melee downhill on my line unit which I had behind their lines. So that's pretty much the end of the battle. That was a really good fun game. I'm so sorry to J Martin for screwing up as badly as I did at the beginning. It was awful play by me. But thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope this makes a nice change to Flatlands, as I know people aren't particularly keen with every video being on Flatlands. So please rate, comment and subscribe, and check out TW Replays for replays that a lot of the Huntsman guys post there. They're really good battles. You should take a look. So it's twreplays.com. And check out J Martin and Risgard's channels as well. They're in my other channels list. Thank you. Bye bye.